Belgravia is a very popular TV show. The show is a historical drama and is based on a novel which has the same name as Belgravia. The novel was written by famous writer Julian Fellowes. The show has been very popular as of recent as it stands out amongst some of the current historical dramas. But will season 2 happen, or is something going on? On today's list, we'll be going over why Belgravia season 2 won't happen. Make sure you keep watching this video or you'll miss out. But before we get into the video, do not forget to like and subscribe to the channel with notifications on so you don't miss any of the new videos we post. Now, onto the list. First up, season 1 reception. In terms of most shows nowadays, season 1 of Belgravia didn't really do too well. It received around a 7.5 on most sites like IMDb. The audiences just didn't seem to click with it. The show was very popular when it began airing, but over time it really didn't stand up against other historical dramas on other platforms. It was fighting against so many other shows and just didn't meet what the audience wanted from it seems. This isn't a good sign for another season, as the first really needs to do well for the network to pick it back up. Next up, writer wants to create another season. The writers of the show have shown interest in wanting to produce another season of Belgravia. In a few interviews over the past year, they've said that they had the opportunity, they'd definitely write and produce another season of their show. They definitely seem passionate about their show and really want to make more. But it doesn't seem like this will happen, as nothing has been announced about them creating more of the show as of yet. Hopefully we get some sort of announcement about the world of Belgravia. Next up, does season 1 set up another? From what season 1 set in place, the show could really have many more seasons. We were left on the multiple cliffhangers and setups for future stories with the ending of the first season of Belgravia. We could see a continuation of some sorts from this season. Lots of shows nowadays try to expand their world even further through books or other shows. The season doesn't get another season, we could see the story be continued in other places. ITV really have something on their hands that could be spread throughout the entire media world. Next up is season 2 hasn't been announced. As of now, we have no announcement of season 2, not even anything small. Nothing has been said from any side of production or any slip-ups from the show's actors. With nothing being announced, it's hard to see the show getting another season anytime soon. TV shows run on a schedule for airing, and the fact that the show has had no announcement of a new season being in production isn't looking good. As we'll cover next, it does make sense why the show has had no announcement, but it's still not looking good for the world of Belgravia. Next up, COVID-19 delays. With the current world climate, last year we had so many delays due to the start of the COVID-19 pandemic. All production of shows were stopped, and it seemed lots of writing did as well. This stopped shows from being created and filmed. They had about a year's delay on most shows around the world. Just recently had been getting back into creating content. This is a reason why the show hasn't been announced yet, as the shows haven't been able to be created as of now. Hopefully, shows being worked on as people really want this show. Next up, COVID-19 production. Even if the show has been worked on, it's going to be even longer for another season to come out, as COVID-19 has caused new production rules to follow when filming and creating a show. There are so many more guidelines to follow for production, which slows it down by a large amount. The creators might just be waiting with ITV for the guidelines to be removed so they can create a full season. Might want to create the best season they can, and this is holding them back. We'll see how the show's future works. Next up, viewership. The show's viewership, sadly, isn't all there. The show just didn't do well on the air and on streaming platforms. Doesn't seem like something the company involved wanted to carry on with. This could not stop them, as they might really like the idea of the show and try some more experimental things to get the show to work. Could we see the show make a return on another network or on a different type of release schedule and platform? The future's really up in the air for this show. It could go any way. Next up, interest. Similar to the show's viewership, it doesn't seem to have much interest anymore. When the show began airing back in 2020, people seemed to like it, but as viewership dropped and the show went on, it seemed to be forgotten about. There will be some dedicated fans, as all shows have, but it just doesn't seem to be enough. These sorts of things are what makes shows get canceled and more seasons just not get created. This could be the case with Belgravia, but we have no confirmation as of now from any party involved in the show's creation and production. Next up, ITV. ITV is the main producer of the show and the one who airs it on television in the UK. The show's also streamed on some platforms and ITV Hub. It's completely in their hands what happens to the show. If they see it as something worth carrying on with, or something that they just want to drop so as to not waste any money on a failed series. We have no comments from them or anyone else involved as of now. If the show is being canceled, they'll release a statement on the matter, as they need to let everyone know what's happening with the show's production. Fans may be disappointed disappointed in the outcome based on ITV's track record with shows. Next up, will the show get another season? So to end off this list, we need to conclude our main topic in question. Will Belgravia get another season? The answer is most likely a no. We have no confirmation of anything for another season and nothing from any party involved. We have no voice from anyone on this season a year after the first season was released. It's not looking good for the future of the show. We are saying as of now that this show will not get another season. There's nothing to show that it'll get anything, and there's no evidence of the show just not doing well. The viewership and reception just aren't up to par for ITV. We can assume they won't carry on with the show. And that's our list. It's sad to say that shows like this just really don't perform well in today's climate. We have so many historical dramas that are popping up in terms of viewership and attention. Other shows gain more attention and keep people talking on social media. Belgravia really hasn't captured that sort of attention. It's not a well-known show anymore, even if its launch was pretty exciting and people were interested in it. The best thing the show needs right now is some sort of confirmation. It's been long enough in the dark that any information on the show will be great for fans and people around it. All we need to know is what's going on with the show's second season. Is the show getting another season? Is the show delayed even further? Is the show still in production, or is the show completely canceled? The show is canceled, ITV really needs to say, because people are confused. And if the show is in production, we need to know as much as well, because some people want to see this show, the world continue. Belgravia may not be the most popular show, but it doesn't deserve to be just left in limbo like this. Letting the audience and possible investors know what's going on should be the strategy for ITV. The longer they leave the future of this show in limbo, the more people will get annoyed and pester them. But maybe this is their strategy. They want to build up tension in the audience and announce another season at a good time. At the end of the day, it's not looking good for the show. It hasn't been confirmed what's happening to it. The show's future isn't looking good. No matter what happens from now, this current situation will stay in people's minds and might set a precedent for ITV's future ventures. Hopefully you enjoyed this list. Let us know down below what you thought about it, and also tell us what you think about Belgravia Season 2. Will it happen, or is the show canceled? What do you think? Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe with notifications on. Thanks for watching.